In season 1, Boman and his team pulled off a pioneering, first-of-its-kind show. It gave a great platform for young talent across the country.
The meanest, keenest business reality show on television, where the winner will get up to 5 crore rupees worth of funding to fulfill his business dream.
Last season's slate of judges were prominent business persons. Most of our contestants looked up to them as iconic figures.
You're going to meet one man you definitely have to impress if you're ever going to make it in the world of business. Please meet the former head of UTI, former head of IDBI, and former chairman, SEBI, and current advisor to ING. Meet Mr. Finance himself, Mr. M. Damodaran.
I think I'm super excited to having met him. Not just is he a banker and an executive par excellence, but he is also a very well-read, a well-informed, very practical person.
We have with us the visionary himself, Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani.
He said that, it's not a task for you or a task for me, it's a task for India. I think that's very important because when you say that, it's a task for India and giving affordable housing to each and every Indian, it is actually a task for India. And real task.
Lifetime kind of experience for me because I have always appreciated that lady as a banker and her profile, the way she has carried.
Meeting Mr. Bajaj was obviously great. His approach to communication is what I always believe is direct and upfront, I think.
काफी outspoken और काफी down to earth, grounded individual.
Please welcome Mr. Kishore Biani.
Meeting Mahesh Bhupati was a pleasure. It was a pleasure because he's one of the active sportsmen who's actually entered entrepreneurship. So it was very encouraging meeting him.
To meet and get your final task from Mr. Y.C. Deveshwar himself.
He was very gracious to give us a lot of his time in terms of specifically talking to us, giving us advice on what we should be aiming at, giving us inputs on what young entrepreneurs like ourselves should gun for. It was extremely motivating and humbling at the same time.
Last season had sundry stories. Shreyas's enthralled us. Abhinav's refreshed us. Valerie's facts enlightened us. But were these the only stories of last year? I think not. We had a range of pitches. Some of them were bizarre, some were breakthrough, some skewed views, and some spun our heads. Let's have a look at some memorable moments.
I'm basically want to start a news channel.
What was the uplinking cost of a news channel from here to the satellite uplink cost?
That I don't know. I have visited one of the Anganwadis in US, an NGO in Gujarat. Sorry.
We tried to mix sports and stocks. So that is a stocks change. You can buy shares of Sachin Tendulkar and all that.
Exactly. मेरे प्रोजेक्ट का सबसे पहला एम ये है कि मोबाइल से हम कुछ भी सर्च कर सकते हैं, कहीं भी, किसी भी एरिया में।
इससे पहले आपने कितने मोबाइल ऐप्स बनाए?
सर ये फर्स्ट है मेरा।
This venture, I call it a teapot. Teapot is today's engineers are professionals of tomorrow. I don't understand anything.
The main thing I would be doing the roads are not, infrastructure is not over there.
You will lay the roads?
No.
Not every idea can become a business. Not every entrepreneur deserves to get funding. Last year, I had a dream. I dreamt of revolutionizing the Indian comic book industry. A friend told me about the pitch. On the very last day, I sent in my application. I was invited for an elevator pitch in Bombay and I made it to the final 12. During the show, I took each episode as it came. I had tremendous fun throughout the journey. The rest, as they say, is history. I went on to win the first season of The Pitch, India's largest business reality show. Today, our dreams have gotten wings. We've moved our office from Bangalore to Bombay. We are now no longer just a comic book company, we are exploring digital space. We're also trying to get on television and movies. On behalf of my team and entrepreneurs across the country, I'd like to thank Bloomberg UTV for pioneering the search for India's next big entrepreneur.
So that was last year's story. What will this year's story be? Let's have a chat with some of the contestants to find out how they made it to the pitch and how they intend to realize their dreams. All of that and much more after the break.
I want to open the universe. I want to open the minds and the souls and actually destroy the negativity.
Do you go to TechCrunch a lot?
No.
No? You never been to TechCrunch?
No.